Hey guys, welcome back. It is April 29th, 2025. We're going to recap our one and done trade today on SPY. 0 day to expiry only. Friday was a bad day for me. And red day. And yeah, go watch that video. And then Monday, I was very patient and then got kind of suckered in on a nasty candle fill, and that was it. So end of day, it's good reminder end of day to just trade with a smaller amount. Last 30 minutes or so, scale down. Today, Tuesday, turnaround Tuesday. Coming off a couple bad days, it was tough, but happy with where we're at. This morning built nice little liquidity right here through a channel, through another channel, bullish right here, and then it started kind of broadening out this wedge. With 10 o'clock we had data, we had jolts, so just put that in as an alarm. So I usually don't trade around that. If I'm in a position and yeah, say if I was in puts here for some reason, which I shouldn't have been, then I would have been queued up to take profits, because this oftentimes it'll flip, it'll rip one way or the other. And sometimes I can, if I'm in a trade already, I'll profit on that. But anyways, wasn't in that trade. Duplicated this purple channel up here. A nice clean break right here on it. I didn't take it. I guess this was the head, the inverse head and shoulder here, but I wasn't interested in that structure. I don't know. Yeah, gonna let it keep going, doing its thing. Came up a couple big candles. Let's see, what did I have identified then? I drew this yellow one, but wasn't too sure on that. Started selling off, so we have liquidity here, of course, from all that chop, or those, whatever, 10 minutes that was, 15 minutes. And then it grabbed it. I started to grab it right here on this candle. So it broken my white channel, which was the same one right here. I didn't have a less aggressive bullish channel at this point, so I was kind of just waiting to see for it to grab it, and it did. It started to grab it here, and I waited. I did have this yellow one here, but it's always possible that it comes down too soon, grabs it too soon, and has to make that little mini head and shoulders. So basically on this candle, I didn't take it, but I was ready for it to kind of build a little shoulder and then a little head potentially, and retest that purple or come up and then drop down. And I was planning on taking it on a little pump up here if it made it, or if I missed that, then on a clean break of this yellow, or just some kind of micro or mini head and shoulder in this liquidity right here that's grabbing. So it didn't quite do that, but we did get this volume spike candle, which I actually entered puts on. So I got them right there. Like, it just happened so fast. I already had it queued up, and it was just boom, boom. I just went for it, which is good. One of my notes are risky entries, which seems counterintuitive, but yeah, you want entries where you want your stops. So for me, that's equates to like a risky entry, the opposite of what you want to be doing on a big green candle is getting puts. So volatility candle got puts. A little difficult to hold through here since it was kind of not coming down right away. Always sketchy. Only have one contract today, because yesterday and Friday, both bigger losses. Yesterday was half the account, because market makers just had this same volatility candle is basically the same thing but opposite, but I went the other way on it. So on this big green candle, it's like if I got calls, but it was even worse than this. Like I got calls up here, and then it retraced and 50% off. Yep, that's end of day stuff though. Anyways, got puts here. Sat on my hands as much as I could through here. Of course I want low of day, but since I only have one, I'm not gonna try and hold it till low of day. I expect it to go to low of day actually, but your expectations, that's my rule, my note. Rigid in your rules, flexible in your expectations. So because I only have one, I have none for runners, and that's where it's back to the grind of being disciplined with taking profits. but also the balance of trying to hold long enough. So let me see where I did these trades. There we go. So 10.17 and then 10.21. So 4-minute trade. Yeah, I was on this candle. Held, it broke here. I was very excited. Came to VWAP. I was even more excited. I wanted more. And I just held a little longer. And I actually felt like the bottom of this candle. What was it? 10.21.39. Yeah, I was right about down here. Again, of course, I wanted to wait until low of day, which it never ended up making, so I was happy about that. Anytime you get kind of a big candle in your direction on 0-day options, you just got to take profit on it. So in this case, it already grabbed that shoulder, made its move down, had more liquidity here to grab. Excuse me. So if it didn't grab here, then it would reject it, which it did. So that's part of the reason. Also, I took profit here. It wasn't just a straight clear shot to low of day without it having to fight some support. This green channel wasn't drawn at that time, of course, because this is this support in here. Excuse me. So yeah, took one there. It was let's see, about 30%, 28%, because it's $25, and we were at like $87 on the account this morning. So there's the timestamps and stuff. So good. That's happy for me. That's what I'm going for. Fortunately, it wasn't 2 days ago when my account was twice the size, but yeah, one contract is nice, simple, it's clean. One trade a day is good. It saves you from over trading, revenge trading. Sometimes it's frustrating because you see more trades and can't do it. Nice little inverse head and shoulder right there, breaking my purple. That's okay. I'm just paper trading at this point on anything I see. So yeah, didn't have continuation to the downside. On the 30-minute, which I'll show, this is SPY day trading. Link for his Discord's in the description. So basically on the 30-minute here, completed the cup this morning, so could build a handle, not necessarily. Did break this steeper buying channel, this green one though, so good chop around here, and so still kind of waiting for a handle and a breakout. So that might be what's going on right now. That's kind of part of the reason I wasn't necessarily expecting a big move down for it to complete this inverse cup, because it hadn't broken that steeper green buying channel. So yeah, anyways, yeah, pretty choppy day though, really. Yeah, so I did do a paper trade up here actually. So it came up, perfectly hit my purple line here from down here, and rejected it, made a little mini inverse. Yeah, see, there you go. I would have gotten calls right there, but it's okay on the paper. On the paper count, it doesn't matter. Videos are more important. Yeah, I got calls right here on the paper account. Let's see, actually I did hold through this on this one. So I held through all this just because it's perfectly retesting its purple, and I wanted to see if it was, and so when that turned to support, that gave me more confidence. And then I sold, I did it on the Weeble. I don't know, all that thing. I sold, I scaled out because I got like 500 of them or whatever. So I sold 100 here, 100, and then I ended up with 50 that I stopped out of somewhere over here. So yeah, dumped 450 up here on those. And I had drawn in this green channel at that point, so it could have broken out and kept going, kind of like it did yesterday to the downside, where it was that big bearish channel and it broke. But not here for that. These were already 35% or something from here, so yeah, that was a good trade. And then I think I stopped out of one other paper trade. Yeah, I think, yeah, right in here I stopped out of this one. I got calls here, came up, rejected, I stopped out. I was waiting for this because it broke this purple, which once it breaks that, looking for calls, and it did it, but it just wanted to build more liquidity, and it did. There's your shoulder and your head. There's grabbing that shoulder. So stopped out of that one. This is where it's nice to have more than one trade available, because you might stop out of the first try and it has to build more liquidity and then get back into it, and in this case it did. So yeah, I would have gotten it on that purple right in there. Waiting for candles to close is usually a good idea. Sometimes you can anticipate it or this or that, but it can also wreck you. And I would be starting to take profits here. This is yesterday's high, so I take profits here. I take profits at the top of that green, which is this one. I'd take profits if it broke this yellow and be out of probably most of the breaks. Well, this yellow I'm not too super convinced on, so maybe even do this white. But it's like, even if my lines aren't that accurate, as long as you just have rules and have parameters, you can stick to them, even if they're like not right. You'll win. You'll do better. You got to. Yep. So that's why I started taking profits. 0 days. All right. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Sub up, like up, comment down. Happy money sticks around. We will see you on Discord. And I also have a link for SPY day trading in the description. If you guys are interested in that at all. He executes it far superior than I do, and a lot of the members on there do as well. Thanks, guys. Peace out.